I'm Angela Zimmann, and I am from Toledo, Ohio, in the United States of America. I am here in Jerusalem serving at the Evangelical Lutheran Church of the Redeemer, the English-speaking congregation. Well, in seminary, I did take a class called Science and Theology, and so that was a really helpful class that talked about the importance of honoring the scientific tradition at the same time as honoring biblical literacy. So we believed in evolution, and evolution and creation were not seen as at odds with one another. It was seen that God could create through evolution, and we started to talk about how science and religion could be partners instead of enemies and at odds. They were both two sides of the same coin. I do believe that it's part of my calling to help educate and lift up the care of the earth for the people that are coming to church and sitting in the pews. And though I also believe that I sometimes have a lot to learn from them. I served in a rural parish in Michigan, and the people there knew a lot more about farming and the land and what it took to have a sustainable, however many acres than I ever would. And so I can learn as well as teach, and I think it's a sharing in community. What can we do together to make things better? And I think it's people sometimes get discouraged with the idea of environmentalism because they feel like it's another responsibility. It's going to cost more money. It's going to take more time. It's more giving. It's more, it's like, oh, one more thing that I have to do, or one more responsibility that I have to have. And I think if they can view it as not another responsibility, but as a part of their life that can be more freeing, I think it kind of gives everybody a place to agree and a common ground to stand on. And so we all come from our different faith backgrounds, but we all have to live on this planet, and we all have to coexist. And I look at the conflict, for instance, right now between Israel and occupied Palestinian territories, and if there's no water here, it doesn't matter if the land belongs to Israel or Palestine. No one's going to be able to use it. So rather than fight over resources, we need to figure out ways to work together and maximize our resources and make them sustainable. And I think that when people realize, hey, if we want to survive, we have to put aside our differences, focus on our commonalities and what we need. We all need air, we all need water, we all need shelter, we all need food, we all need these things. And that's a place where people can come together. And I think it's very exciting because when I talk with people about a certain church or a synagogue or a mosque, and we talk about the different faiths, people highlight the differences. But I've been able to talk to people from all faiths, as well as people who are atheistic and agnostic, about environmental concerns. And there's a broad spectrum of, yes, we need to do this. We need to make sure our children and our grandchildren have a place that they can call home, and ground that they can plant in, and water that they can drink.
Yes.